The call for young creatives kicked off that generation, a startup hub in Braga, at the same day of TEDx Braga. We were hoping to gain from the attention of this event, and handed out goodie bags as conversation starters on the call. We were there all Saturday explaining the opportunities of becoming involved. That is how we got two new pairs of fresh eyes on the team, Inês Seixas and Tiago Ramalho, who joined the first workshop in Ouros short after. Visiting and working in Doc 1 gave us a new perspective in libraries. We were fascinated by its great versatility, and one could tell it was planned with users in mind. During those 2 days we were guided step by step along all the stages of the design thinking process. It was essential to talk with people in our target group to understand their motivations and needs. We interviewed 10 young adults individually, and of these 10, we were lucky to find 4 excellent collaborators: Antonio, Eduardo, Catarina, and Rosália.
I've never been here. I just came here for the first brainstorm.
Because of the short-term distance from my place.
Right.
Okay, it's not that far. As the
A
university.
major challenge the users referred to was the inability to work in groups and discuss what they are studying. Apart from the children's area and the cafe, all rooms are supposed to be silent. Young adults would like to participate in the activities and to feel more involved in the program and in the organization. We started to look for opportunities based on those insights. We had some discussing sessions with our collaborators where they suggested having an informal setting dedicated to group studying, where talking is allowed and where it's possible to discuss topics. Something similar to a cafe, but with a given topic for discussion. One of the users suggested discussing PhD or master's subjects, since writing a thesis can be demotivating and lonely at times. Some other suggestions were brainstorming sessions or lunch with users to talk about their ideas. Our users had a range of expanded ideas, events and things they'd like to see if that informal space existed. To start out with an acoustic concert. It was important for us that the artists were a young group to make it clear that these events are for them. The band was introduced to us by Rosália. Hopefully, in the future, more concerts will be planned and organized by more users. For the final prototype, we focused on creating the casual space, which was the center of so many ideas from our young users. We found an underused room in the library, the former audio-video room. The room actually consists in 2 rooms, connected by an arch. Initially, we stocked the rooms with desks and chairs, beanbags and low armchairs. However, by talking with our visitors and users, we understood they would prefer the 2 rooms with slightly different purpose each. They suggested making the second room clearly for more focused study, even if in groups. And the first room would embrace a more informal and relaxed environment, and probably a little bit more noisy. We made it more clear only by changing the place of some of the furniture. We hung posters as advertisements of the new group working room, and guided the way with arrows on the floor. We invited in a large group to help us set up and to give feedback. We left post-its all around the place, suggesting our visitors to tell us what we did wrong, what was missing, and of course what we nailed it. In our second day of tryouts, we also changed the room, incorporating the feedback from the first day. Some challenges were pointed out. The room doesn't have much natural light, and most important, we don't have a proper Wi-Fi connection. These are major problems that need to be addressed. We defined the 2 spaces better, relaxed versus serious. We brought a lamp to the room as an attempt to address the light problem. Some users suggested having bigger group tables. The tables would only fit 4 people maximum, and one said, "I'm used to study in a group of 5.
Não dá para pôr assim grandes mesas, dá para pôr, sei lá, se calhar mais 1 ou 2, mas são e está a
After that, we formed islands of 2 tables put together. Walking out of the library, one of us came across a small group of young adults. Group study room. Cool, but why is it only today and tomorrow? We explained that we were hoping to create a permanent group study room, to which they answered, "It makes perfect sense. Today we were trying to solve an exercise together, and the other people upstairs were constantly telling us to keep it down. So we left the room open for use to see what would happen. We only used posters to advertise the room, and still groups came in to study. Some of our colleagues have started asking if they can use the room for other types of activities, so it looks like we might have some competition. We asked some young adults and teenagers what brought them here. We saw the poster, and we entered because we liked how it looks. It looks more relaxed. With the bean bags, a lot of the feedback we received are comments of gratitude for the space and highlighting the relaxed ambience of the area. It makes so much sense to have a space like this.